I have a lot of amazing things that I wish I was doing today. The stable, the concrete's dry enough, and I can install lights up there and make the thing like the sun. My wife and I have gotten semi-serious about buying a new truck, so I could go to a dealership and test those things out and maybe go on a test drive or just check them out. I've been looking at them incessantly online, but what I actually need to do today is my taxes. As I record this, it's April 18th, and the tax man waits for no one. So I don't know how much of my day that's going to take up. A lot, I suspect. We'll see. I paid my estimated taxes, so it's not like I'm in some big financial hole, but yeah. All right, taxes. All right, my wife tells me that she needs my help with the dog. Now, I'll warn you, Buddy is one of those dogs that looks beaten. He always looks like we beat him. We don't. I swear we don't. We love this dog. But he just has this, like, I'm sorry, please love me vibe about him 24/7. Anyway, we didn't spot it. Maybe we should have spotted it more quickly. But underneath his collar, he has some sort of rashy hot spot. So he needs to be cleaned. We may end up shaving around the hot spot. We're going to clean his collar. We just didn't spot it because it was under his neck and under his collar. And I think it got worse than it should have. Well, let's take care of it. All right. Hey. Now I told you guys, he always looks like we beat him. He's just, look at him, he's shivering.
I think he thinks we're clipping his nails.
He's just wired like this. So now, oh yeah. Let's see how this goes.
Enderman, you're literally in the way.
You could be next, Enderman. They're gonna like cut those, fill them with caulk, and then it's nice compared to like putting stuff in advance because you don't have like beveled on the edges there. It's just real smooth and flat and great. They've asked me to help them with grading, which is fine, but the problem is that like Jackie asked me to help with the dog, they're asking me to help with the grading, and I have to do my taxes. So like everything is getting put in front of the most important thing, and I mean, shucks, I feel like a bad student. I keep saying that. But anyway, let me see if I can help them with the grading. know, I'm complaining about not doing taxes, but that's the most fun I've had all day. Oh, second most fun coming up. Well, I guess this is good news. I'm actually doing taxes. It's been a few hours since we last met, and I finished my taxes. As it stands right now, I'm getting a refund. It's pretty close. I did a good job at paying my estimated taxes because I'm getting a very small refund, which is kind of like nailed it. So, oh, you want to see one of the coolest things about my new camera? Here, hold on, I'll show you. I don't know how well it will show, but that lens in the middle is like on a gyroscope, and it kind of moves around. Like, do you see it moving a little bit? So it's a steady cam. The other thing that's nice is the phone. It sounded really good when I did like the selfie angle, but when I spoke from behind it, it sounded terrible. Whereas this one seems to sound pretty good in both directions. So I feel like the biggest improvements are, one, like the Steadicam aspect of it, and two, the audio. So, I should be printing out my tax forms. I am. There they go. For some reason I couldn't get the black and white printer to work, so I had to use the color printer, but it'll be fine. I have heard that there's less of a chance of getting audited. Now, I pay my taxes, I really do, but just the same, who wants to be audited? I've heard your odds are lower if you file by paper. And your odds are lower still if you have no mistakes. So it seems like the real thing to do is to use tax software to prepare it and then print it out and mail it. If you do it by hand, you're likely to have like math errors or something. So I have flawless tax returns down here that I will put into envelopes and mail off, and supposedly that makes it somehow slightly more difficult for the IRS to use their computers to cross-check everything crazy, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I pay my taxes. I have nothing to fear, but just the same, nobody wants an audit. So, yeah. Oh, but there's a thing. So, to mail out my taxes, I have to go to the post office, which is a couple miles from here. And I think there is also a car dealership. So let's check out trucks while we're out and about, because maybe we'll see something that we like. I don't know. All right, I'm about to go look at cars. There's a couple things that I want to take with me. Some charging gear, of course my tax returns, and my computer, so that I am as smart as the internet. I noticed the construction guys left today, so we can take a peek at the stable before we get there. Oh, and I have to mail my tax returns. That's paramount. Got to get that done. Well, we have a floor. It looks like they washed it one more time since I was here last. Mission accomplished, I suppose. They have a couple more things to do. They're going to put grout in these lines here, these expansion joints that they cut, and they're going to fix the stairs. I think the next thing I'm going to do is hang lights from the ceiling, because one, it's a really nice way to test all those outlets, and two, I feel like no matter what I choose as my next step, whether it be more wiring or moving in machines or what have you, it will be nicer with lights. I feel kind of good. This whole building is light years better than it was last year. So, mailing my taxes has not been a smooth process. I went to the post office and the line was, wow. So, but like the post office I'm accustomed to in Apex, it sells like stamps and envelopes and things like that in a vending machine. So that works out really well. I don't think I parked here. I'm so lost. Anyway, this place didn't have that. They just had a counter with a really long line, and it was kind of crappy too. So I was like, all right, I went somewhere else, and I looked around. I saw a printing store. I figured maybe they'd sell office supplies. It was closed. I just moved here, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't know where I parked. I don't know. This way. So then I went to Sears. Stupid, I know, but you like lawnmowers, yes. Barbecue grills, yes. Envelopes, no. Went to the mall. I found a Hallmark store, and that's when things started to look up a little bit. Believe it or not, Hallmark doesn't sell envelopes either, but they did give me a few, so that's maybe even better. And they sell stamps, only 10, but that should be enough. So I bought 10 stamps, I took 2 free envelopes, and I bought some chocolate just as a measure of goodwill, and you know, chocolate. So I'm gonna sign these papers, stuff them all in these like greeting card size envelopes, and get the taxes part of my day behind me. Ah, I found my truck. It's out there in the distance. Here we go. Things are getting better. Okay, this is ridiculous for your taxes, but I think it should work. And you know, it's the government. I feel like they should take what they get. Bingo. Days like this make me feel like I'm not adulting properly, but I guess you get what you get. Let's go look at cars.
The destination is on your right, 4900 Capitol Boulevard. Arrived at Capitol Ford.
All right, here's the situation. Probably every other month, maybe less than that, I tow about 8,000 pounds. That's one of my motivators or justifications for needing a new truck, because my current one can't do that. It's not even close. A half-ton can, but it's, you know, towards the cap of what it can do. A 3/4 ton can easily do it. Anyway, we looked at the new trucks, and the prices were wild to me. Everything was over 60 grand, and that's the half tons. The 3/4 tons were threatening 70 grand, and that, God, it just seems like a lot of money. So he says, you know, there's the pre-owned. I said, let's take a look. This thing here is an F250 with the Power Stroke. I know. And it's 50 grand, and it has heated and cooled seats. So we're gonna drive it and see what's what. I haven't been brave enough to vlog in front of this guy, but you wanna see the truck some more? Seems like a lot of truck. 50 grand? I don't know. Let's drive it. I came here to do something. Let's do something. All right, I'm back. I have to say, test driving cars wasn't the reward I thought it was going to be. Maybe next time will be better. The lot being in like the city of Raleigh was tight and like super cramped, and every car was double parked, and my own driving experience, like getting there, was rough. Like hitting every red light would have been a pleasant improvement. I was stuck behind broken down cars in the left turn lane, like in the whole process of mailing off my tax returns and going from parking lot to parking lot, hoping to stumble across some sort of Staples or UPS store or whatever, and going to Hallmark and begging them for random envelopes. And I'm happy to be home. So anyway, Jackie's here. I'm gonna talk to her and see what's up. I think we have some sort of pool problems. We'll see. Okay, so Jackie was, all right, here's the deal. We're trying to get a pool.
Yes.
But like when we bought this house, they were like, hey, do you want a survey? $1,000. That was just an estimate,
Yes,
you know, like
was
informal, but that's what survey is cost.
Apparently it's $100 an acre.
So anyway, I was like, no, we're not putting in a fence, therefore I don't really care for a survey, no big deal. And we just bought the house without a survey, fine. Like we know where the borders are and like there's nothing sketchy, but now we need a pool. Anyway.
We need a pool.
Well, I got the need in my head because we seem to need a survey to get the pool.
Yes.
Now the pool's not anywhere near the edge of the property. So it's completely unreasonable to need a survey, yet here we are.
Yes, but Raleigh wants you to have a survey. So.
To issue the permit for the pool.
Yes.
So with that, so take that nugget, store it away. Now we're trying to avoid buying a survey because it's going to be $1,000 to $2,000. We just got a quote for $2,000, right?
Yes.
$2,000, and the guy's going to take a month to get it done. So it'll be a month before we can get a permit, and then we can start the pool installation. Not good. Well, the seller's real estate agent is helping us.
Yes, because we thought the sellers had gotten a survey.
We hoped.
They bought it. Well, no, I thought someone said they did. But
Okay.
So he was nice enough, I called him up and he was nice enough to look into it and call them, and they don't have a survey. And then he started like researching everything.
He's gone above and beyond,
Yes.
which is great. His name's Raphael, right?
I believe so.
And I think his name's Raphael. And
Check paperwork.
you're gonna check the paper? Anyway, he was in Menudo. If you don't know Menudo,
Then you haven't lived.
Menudo was like the biggest Spanish-speaking boy band in the history of the planet. And what
Ricky Martin came from.
Ricky Martin was in Menudo.
Yes.
They were huge, super huge. And what would happen is when each of the people hit puberty, I think, they'd kick them out of the band, right? So you're in Menudo, they're dancing, they're singing, they're doing whatever. They turn like 16 years old,
They're
they
out.
get the boot, and they put some 13-year-old in there.
Yes.
And he did I guess, you know,
He did his time in Menudo.
he did his time in Menudo.
So we had learned this at the closing.
And now I think he's going above and beyond because he has aspirations of getting, I guess, just a little FaceTime on YouTube, right?
Yeah, he wanted to be on The Voice, he told us. But he said he'd love to have coffee with you and talk to you. And he really did go above and beyond. I think he might have some interesting stories. I don't know.
You know, if he gets us a free survey, I feel like...
He's not going to get us a free survey.
well, if anyone has one,
No one has a survey of our house.
like, you know, a previous owner...
Now, there was never a survey done of the house and the whole structure. There was only a survey of the land.
Well, there was that septic one.
No, it looks like someone drew it in. So on file in the county, they looked it up, they researched, hours of researching, and there is nothing out there that has the house.
Anyway, a former boy band superstar is helping us get our
Yes.
survey, and maybe something interesting will come of it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Somehow, it feels like I had a bad day, but I didn't have a bad day. Like, the worst parts of my day were traffic. That's not bad. The stable's mostly done. They need to fix the steps and apply some caulk and stuff, but it's mostly done.
or at least the concrete is. The taxes are done. They're in the mail. I should feel good about this. I drove a 1-year-old Ford F250 that's like $20,000 cheaper than it was new. My wife is down with it. I gotta do more research and stuff, but I should be excited. So I'm gonna surf the web and read about trucks. And that brings a wrap to my day. First vlog with my new camera. Click like. Thank you.